Alright, what's going on everybody? New patch came out, 7.15, and I thought I might as well make a video about it because Xerath got buffed this patch, and this does not happen often. I mean, I can't even remember the last time. I mean, think about it. Can you remember the last time Xerath got buffed? Were you even born then? Which century was it? Last century? Alright, let's get into it. Obviously the big thing is the Urgot old champion got reworked. It's the new champion. Looks really cool. I even bought the video, Riot video, posted on my Facebook page, but I put the teaser under this video description if you haven't checked it out. I mean, this champion looks cool as hell. I just might give him a try whenever I play top lane. Looks really sick. I mean, the ultimate is killer. It's terrifying. Alright, Takali, let's get into it. Passive ability power ratio up, W cooldown reduced. So Akali got buffed, passive got buffed, W cooldown reduction, which is a buff. Next is Azir, late game shoulder damage up. Let's be honest, I haven't seen Azir forever, to be honest. I haven't seen Azir. I remember Azir got nerfed at some point and after that they just vanished. Maybe this will bring them back, I'm not sure. Cho'Gath, E base damage and percent health damage decreased. So Cho'Gath got nerfed. Dr. Mundo, E now increases magic resistance as Dr. Mundo takes magic damage. So listen to this. Taking magic damage or paying a health cost increases Dr. Mundo's magic resistance by 2%. Stacking up to max level 15 times, so that means late game this guy is gonna have 30% magic resistance. 30%. It's gonna be interesting. Let's put it that way. Echo, E cooldown reduced at early levels, so Echo got buffed a little bit. Elise base damage, base attack damage decreased. So this goes to both Spider and human form, which is a nerf for Elise. Israel, Q cooldown reduced at early ranks. Buff for Israel, Gangplank, passive damage up, passive ability damage at levels 1 to 18. Gangplank got buffed, Kraga's base attack speed decreased, R cooldown increased at early ranks. So Kraga's got nerfed. Now when he hits level 6, it's gonna be 20 seconds longer cooldown. And basic attack speed is now slower. Irelia, ultimate cooldown reduced at early ranks. So that's a buff for Irelia. Shinx W cooldown reduced. And a bug fix for Q. Hurricane bolts now properly deal bonus attack damage to their primary targets. And W cooldown reduced, which is buff for Shinx. Kayn, the latest champion, ultimate bonus, AD ratio increased. Duskblade now appropriately interacts with Kayn's abilities. So apparently Duskblade, what everybody were abusing last patch, didn't work for Kayn. Now it does, but it's too late. Maybe. We'll see. We'll get into Duskblade pretty soon. But his ultimate got buffed a little bit. And a lot of bug fixes. I mean, take a look at this list of bug fixes for one champion. So I guess good news for Kayn. Lysandra, mana per level at base attack damage increased. Base attack damage increased, mana per level, so I believe it's at level 18, it's gonna be 180 if it's 10 mana per level. It's 180, which is 3 abilities or something, 3 extra abilities, or maybe even more. So now are coming the mid champions. Lux Q cooldown reduced at their levels if W hits an ally when going out. The incoming shield is doubled for all allies and Lux herself. So Q cooldown is reduced, which means you're gonna get rooted more often by light binding, and it's gonna be interesting to see how this shield really works in game. Or not, it's not all mid champions. Tsunami Q cooldown reduced on all ranks. So buff for Nami, Nasus. E now shreds percent armor instead of flat value. Q cooldown is halved, turning R. So it used to be flat armor reduction, now it's percent armor reduction. I think this is way better. This is way better. And listen to this new ultimate. It's the same ultimate but buffed. While Nasus is empowered, Shipponing Strike, which is Nasus Q, you know, the main thing hits you with all the time, cooldown is reduced 50%. What they're really trying to say is, when Nasus used to one-shot you late game in every couple of seconds, now it's gonna be pretty much every second now. I don't know, I'm not sure what's the exact cooldown for the Q for Nasus. I remember it wasn't that long, and then you take that 50% even off, I mean, it's gonna be like, it's just, let's put it that way, it's gonna be interesting. And to be honest, I haven't seen Nasus forever in games, in ranked, in Diamond, so I think next time I'm gonna play, there's gonna be Nasus in game, I have a feeling. Next is Nautilus. Q early damage up, ultimate cooldown reduced at rank 1 and 2. So the base damage for Q is up, and the ultimate cooldown for the first 2 ranks. Good news for Nautilus. Shyvana E now scales with total attack damage, base armor increased, so armor got buffed, and E now scales with total attack damage. Dragonform base impact damage, that's a little bit reduced, but overall buffs for Shyvana. Signet. Q particles more clear, especially for colorblind players. Ultimate now grants stats faster. So the Q Poison Trail opacity has been adjusted for colorblind mode and various skins. And ultimate Signet now correctly receives stats instantly as opposed to sometimes having up to 0.25 seconds delay. So yeah, I guess good news for Signet, but yeah, really small. Sivir Q damage increased. So buff for Sivir. I think it's a really decent buff. I mean 25 jumping to 55, that's pretty big jump. Twisted Fate, movement speed increased. That's pretty straightforward. Twisted Fate, a little bit buffed, and here it is, Xerath, my main champion, and probably a lot of people's favorite champion who's watching this. W slow increased, and ultimate base damage at later levels increased. Xerath could be setting up plays a little bit better, be it for his own damage combo or for setting up ganks for his allies. His damage also tends to fall off as the match processes, so we're giving more power to help him out in the later game. Funny is, I thought always Xerath was the strongest in later games and weakest early games, so they're doing like the opposite thing, buffing the later game, which I already think is pretty strong compared to the early games. But hey, anything is better than nothing. I'd rather take some buffs than no buffs. I'd rather take buffs than nerfs any day. So the W outer ring, you know, the ability had like two zones, the center zone and the outer zone. So the outer zone, as to speak, got a little bit buffed. It used to be 10%, now it's 25% slow. I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see. I mean, most of the times you're gonna hit with outer zone anyway. So if somebody runs away, it's gonna be. So I'm interested to see how much that 50% is. It's more than it used to be. It used to be 10%. Now it's 15 more. So it's like 150% more to the old slow, but yeah. So the next thing is ultimate. First, if you get level 6, it's gonna be exactly the same as it used to be, but as soon as you get second rank, it's gonna be not only it's gonna be damaged up, but you get, remember, you get second or the fourth charge per level. You get every level you get one more shot. So every shot is gonna be a little bit buffed after level 6. So yeah, I mean, I'll take it. I don't think it's gonna be a game changer, but it's definitely gonna be stronger, which it should, because this ultimate is probably the hardest to hit in the game, in my opinion. Alright, let's move on. And obviously, in future videos, we'll all see how it really works. So, Zac Q Ghost and cooldown increased, W base damage decreased. So Zac got pretty big nerfed. I mean, whenever I play I always see Zac banned, so that means that champion is strong. So I'm not like surprised. I knew this nerf was gonna come anyway. It's just a matter of time. So now it's 8% current health, used to be 4%. And cooldown increased. W damage nerfed. It's like first rank, it's like half the damage nerfed. It's pretty big nerfs for Zac by the looks of it. So next is Ziggs, W cooldown reduced. The other words, what they're trying to say is the towers are gonna fall even faster. So Ziggs got a little bit buffed, and that's pretty much it for the champions. Some of the items here: adaptive helm, it's now 20% magic reduction, and Duskblade that everybody abused last patch. First, when it came out, it was 105 to 360. Now this is the Night Stalker proc, that whenever you hit with a spell or ability, I believe, this thing will proc. It's like Luden's Echo's damage. But I think this thing even proc with auto attacks too. It used to be this, now they changed. It's a little bit stronger for, obviously it's gonna be nerfed from the initial batch, and then they nerfed a little bit in the middle of the last patch, and now it's a little bit stronger for melee champions and even weaker for the ranged champions. But then again, the lethality is the same. It's still gonna have some Night Stalker proc no matter what, but yeah, I don't know if it's that good anymore for range champions, but definitely worth it for melee champions. I don't think people will not buy this anymore. I think it's just gonna be the same. It's a little bit more balanced. Let's be honest, this item was, in my opinion, it was too strong. I mean, everybody was using this thing. It was like the first item everybody used. Next is Knight's Woe, health decreased. Knight's Woe got nerfed. That's pretty much it. Hog pings. Players can now ping any item, not just active items. Attack move. Rotating game. I mean, you can check these things yourself. I mean, these are not that game changing. Some of the bug fixes. These are pretty minor. The most important things we already looked, I believe. And upcoming skins, surprise, surprise, no Xerath. Tristana got a new skin again. But yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you guys like this kind of video. If you like them, I can make more of these guys. I never done this before, but since Xerath got buffed, I thought I was gonna make a video about it. And yeah, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for liking, leaving comments. I read every comment. And yeah, see you next time.